You under a lot of stress? And I'm like, no. He goes, what do you do? I go, I'm a teacher. He goes, yes, you are.
Most people say a tiny house ends when a baby begins. All right, before we even step inside, you're teachers living in a tiny house and you're about to have a baby. Most people would say this is the moment you need more space.
Great. Yeah, we heard that a lot. And honestly, we asked ourselves that too, more than once.
So let's start simple. Who are you? Where are we? And what is this place?
Hello, I'm Jessica Flores, and my husband is Gilbert Flores. And this is our tiny house. We call her the Tiny Black Pearl. We're here in Pollock Pines, California, right in the foothills of the Sierra Nevadas.
And you're not alone here.
No, we live here with 2 cats, Dante and Vida, our dog Biscuit, and very soon, our baby girl River. Oh my God!
God bless you.
Thank you. My house is 28 feet, about 425 square feet inside, including the lofts. And somehow it fits our life right now.
Yo, that's the part people struggle to imagine.
Yeah, but once you're here, it makes more sense than you think.
Wow, you make me curious. Before this house, before the baby. I mean, you must have had quite a long journey before getting here.
Yeah, we were tired. Not physically tired, life tired.
I see you. That kind of tired doesn't show on the outside.
Exactly. On paper, we were doing everything right. We're both teachers, we had steady jobs, health insurance, a plan.
The kind of life people say you should feel grateful for.
Yes. And we were grateful. But we were also stretched thin. Every paycheck already had a job before it arrived. Rent, student loans, car payments. There was never a moment to breathe.
Did you, talk about it back then? That feeling?
At first, not really. We didn't want to sound ungrateful, so we just kept going, telling ourselves, this is how adulthood feels.
Oh.
Yeah. But something kept nagging at us. We were teaching kids every day, telling them to dream big, to think creatively, to question the system.
Yeah, wow.
Oh my God. And then we'd go home and realize we weren't doing that ourselves.
Yes, that's a hard mirror to look into.
It was, especially as a couple. We started asking quiet questions at night, like, is this it? Is this what the next 30 years look like?
And those questions don't stay quiet forever.
No, they get louder until you either ignore them or listen.
All right, let's start right here. This is the living room, and honestly, it feels bigger than I expected.
That's something people always say, and I think it's because everything in here has a job. Sofa and ottoman cost storage.
So let's talk about this sofa first.
Yeah, this is where we spend most of our time. Movie nights, reading, grading papers.
And that ottoman isn't just for feet.
Nope, it's full of storage. Blankets, board games, baby stuff that we want close but not visible.
And right next to the sofa, that's a bassinet?
Yes, that will be for our baby. We wanted her to sleep on the main level at first, close to us, easy for nighttime feedings.
So no rushing upstairs half asleep.
Exactly. This just made more sense for this season of life.
This TV's bigger than I expected too.
It's mounted on a swivel, so we can watch it from the sofa, from the kitchen, even from the dining table.
One screen, multiple angles.
That's kind of our philosophy in this house.
What do you usually watch in here?
Movies mostly, but we never miss Jeopardy.
Every night?
Pretty much. It's our little ritual. Dinner, dishes, Jeopardy. tiny house tradition.
And over here, that ladder goes up to the secondary loft.
Yes, that's our flexible space.
Yo, what has that loft been used for?
A lot of things. At one point, it was my online classroom during remote teaching.
And then?
Then it became an art studio. Painting, drawing, creative mess allowed.
And now?
Now it's partly storage for baby supplies. Diapers, clothes, things we'll need soon.
So, could someone sleep up there?
Absolutely. We've had friends stay over. It's cozy but comfortable.
So this room keeps evolving.
Yes, that's the beauty of living small. Your space grows with your life, not the other way around.
So before this tiny house, what was the original plan?
About this, our original vision was very different. We wanted a homestead, something off-grid. We imagined growing our own food and building a life really connected to the land.
And that's when you decided to leave Austin.
Yes, we sold our house in Austin and moved to California. The goal was to find teaching jobs and start fresh.
You actually bought land, right?
Yeah, we did. We found 5 acres in the Sierra Nevadas. It felt perfect at the time.
What happened once you got there?
We started clearing the land every day. We cleared space for solar, for the tiny house delivery, and we set up a 20-foot yurt so we could live on the property while we worked.
And then things changed.
Yeah, the very next day, a code enforcer showed up.
That must have been tough.
It was heartbreaking. Holy, I cried for about 3 days straight.
Wow.
Yeah, everything we had imagined just stopped all at once.
What went through your mind at that point?
We realized how much emotional energy goes into something like that, and we knew we didn't want to move forward doing anything illegal. That wasn't how we wanted to build our life.
So you made a big decision.
We did. We put the land back on the market and ended up selling it for a profit.
That must have felt complicated.
It was. It wasn't the dream we started with, but it was a turning point. We learned that sometimes the dream doesn't disappear, it just changes shape.
And that shift led you here.
Exactly. We let go of one version of the dream so we could find one that actually worked for us.
I'm just wondering, so how did you end up finding this place?
After everything with the land, we started looking for somewhere that was fully legal for a tiny house. And we found this mobile home park.
How did it feel compared to where you were before?
Oh, wow, fantastic. It was completely different. On our old property, we had a lot of privacy, but we didn't really feel connected to anyone. Here, the sense of community was immediate.
What was the first sign of that?
The first day we moved in, one of our neighbors came over with a jar of honey just to welcome us.
That's a great first impression.
It really was, and it didn't stop there. If we're gone for a weekend, our neighbors will text us and ask if everything's okay.
That must feel reassuring.
Yep, it does. We feel looked after here, but still have our own space.
And location-wise, this seems really convenient.
It is. It's close to both of our schools, which makes a big difference for us as teachers.
You're also right near stores, right?
Yes. We have a Safeway right across the street and a hardware store just a short walk away. On our old property, we had to drive 20 minutes just to get to a gas station.
That's a huge change.
It is. And here, we don't have to hide our tiny house. There's no stress when someone drives by.
Oh, that peace of mind matters.
Yeah, it really does. Living here legally has given us a sense of safety and calm that we didn't have before. It finally feels like home, thank God.
All right, let's move into the kitchen.
This is one of my favorite parts of the house. We spend a lot of time cooking here.
The countertop really stands out.
We went with butcher block. We love how warm it feels, and it gives us plenty of space to prep food.
What kind of cooking setup do you have?
We have a 2-burner propane stove and a microwave that also works as a convection oven. It actually does almost everything we need.
So what do you usually make?
A lot of simple meals, personal pizzas, Hot Pockets, things like that. It works really well for our lifestyle.
There seems to be a lot of storage down here.
Yes, all along the bottom are drawers, and they just keep going.
Nice.
We can tuck everything away, which is really important in a tiny house.
And this sink is pretty big.
We love the farm sink. It makes washing dishes much easier, and it feels more like a full-size kitchen.
I see a coffee setup too.
We love coffee, so that was non-negotiable. We made sure we had enough counter space for our coffee maker and still room to cook.
Where's the refrigerator?
It's a full-size fridge tucked under the stairs. It's raised a bit, which makes it easier to use and save space.
And what's under here?
That's our trash and recycling, and right next to it is Biscuit's cabinet.
Your dog has his own space.
He does! That's where we keep his treats and toys. Even in a tiny house, everyone gets their own little area.
I noticed some extra shelving too.
Yes, we added a few shelves to create a pantry. That was originally just open space, but the extra storage has been really helpful.
And these items look meaningful too.
They are. That's my wedding bouquet from when we got married in a cenote in Mexico. It was such a special day.
And the tiles on the step?
Those are tiles from our wedding too. Each one has the name of one of our guests on it. We built them into the front step so we could bring that memory into our home.
Oh, yeah, interesting. So after everything, why did you ultimately choose to live in a tiny house?
For us, it was really about simplifying, having fewer things and creating more space in our lives for what actually matters.
What did that change for you?
We have more time now, more freedom, and we're able to travel a lot more.
Oh, travel.
Most of the time, yes. We spent about a year staying in different tiny houses on Airbnb, campers, yurts, all kinds of unique spaces.
What did that teach you?
We learned what worked and what didn't. Every stay helped us mentally design our own home. I would think I'd put the kitchen here, or I'd move the bathroom over there.
So that experience shaped this house.
Absolutely. It helped us be really intentional with the design.
Yeah. Let's take a look at the bathroom.
This space does a lot. We have a washer and dryer combo right here, which has been incredibly convenient.
There's also quite a bit of storage.
Yes, we have storage above for towels, linens, and laundry supplies, which is kind of rare in a tiny bathroom.
And this wardrobe?
That gives us a place to hang our clothes. Storage is everything in a tiny house.
You mentioned changing the toilet.
We originally had an incinerating toilet, but since we have water access here, we switched to a regular flush toilet. It just made daily life easier.
And how do the cats fit into this space?
We built a pull-out litter box area for them. It keeps everything tucked away, and you wouldn't even know it's there.
The shower looks like a full-size one.
It is. That was important to us, and we also have a foldable baby tub that we can store away when we're not using it.
There's a nice amount of natural light in here.
Yes, that window makes a big difference. We really try to keep everything organized and put away, so the space always feels calm and uncluttered.
How do you heat and cool the house?
Yeah, we have a mini split system that works as both an air conditioner and a heater. It heats the space really quickly and cools it down just as fast.
Do you use it all the time?
Not always. Most of the time we actually use a small space heater downstairs because it uses less electricity.
And I heard you have some smart features too.
We do. We use Alexa to control the heater and the outdoor lights. In the morning, we can just say, "Alexa, turn on the heater," and it's already warm by the time we get up.
Let's talk numbers. How much did the tiny house cost?
The house was $68,000.
And how did you finance it?
We put down about 20%. We were able to do that because we sold our house in Austin. Then we took out a 10-year loan.
What does that come out to monthly?
Our payment is around $600 to $650 a month, and we also pay about $500 a month to rent the parking spot here.
That seems very manageable.
It is, and our builder helped us through the whole process. They connected us with financing and insurance, so we didn't have to figure everything out on our own.
That must have taken a lot of stress off, huh?
Definitely. We never felt like we were starting from scratch.
How does this compare to your previous living expenses?
It's a huge difference. Even our electric bill in our old house could get really high, especially in the Texas heat. Now our costs are much lower overall.
Wow. So has that changed how you spend money?
Yes, we're more intentional. We don't buy random stuff anymore, you know? When we buy something, it's because we actually need it.
And how does that feel, especially as teachers?
We know we're never going to be millionaires, but honestly, we feel rich.
We can travel, enjoy where we live, and spend time outdoors. For us, that kind of life feels really luxurious, even on a teacher's salary.
Before we come up to the main loft, this is where we sleep. We were able to fit a king-size Tempur-Pedic bed up here, which still feels a little unreal in a tiny house. It really does feel like a full bedroom. Fantastic.
Yeah, we also have storage up here behind the screen. That's where our cat's food goes, and we keep our work and office supplies there too.
And I see another bassinet up here.
Yes, we decided to have 2 bassinets.
Oh, cool. One downstairs and one up here.
Yeah. We're not sure where we'll want to be most once the baby arrives, so this gives us options.
You're getting really close now.
We are. She's due very soon, and honestly, we feel ready. We realized pretty quickly that babies don't actually need that much.
That's a big shift from what most people are told.
Totally. There's so much pressure to buy everything. But when you talk to other parents, they tell you the same thing. You need a safe place for the baby to sleep, some diapers, and a lot of love.
Not a house full of stuff.
Exactly. We'd rather give her experiences, time outside, nature, hikes, fresh air.
Wow, I think...
That feels more valuable to us than toys filling every corner. Thank you.
So, standing here now, how does it feel?
Yo, it feels exciting, it feels calm. Holy, we're not scared. We're just really ready to welcome her into this life we've built.
Yes, a small home, a clear mind, and a new chapter starting.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Thank you for coming.
My pleasure. Thank you so much. And thanks, folks, for watching. Don't forget to check out more inspiring tiny house stories. And again, don't forget to subscribe. See you next time. Take it easy, guys. Bye-bye.